Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Children are the gifts of God on earth. Raising them is the most important, rewarding and valuable job on earth. But for some parents, this may be challenging and difficult depending on the attitude and lifestyle. And obviously, in modern, developed, secular society, raising our children as good human beings, good citizens, and good believers is not that easy, because there are many external factors that affect us. There is a saying that it needs a village to raise a child. I would translate this in the modern world as it needs both parents to raise a child. When I say this, this is obvious, but it's a 24/7 responsibility. When moms and dads take parenting as the center of their life, which normally they do, children become at the heart of their or center of their life. There are responsibilities, there are tasks. As children are the amana or trust of God to us, parents. They could also be our test. This trust or amana must be maintained by our behavior, by our attitude, by being role models to our children. When children are small, they simply mimic what the parents do. So whatever happens in the family, between mom and dad or other members of the family, that has an impact on the children. As they grow, their ability to learn, their ability to follow, their ability to become independent becomes obvious. So there are a few parenting steps. They are basic. And these basic parenting tasks is important for us to know. Many people may think that they are good parents. Why do they need any training or parenting skills? Well, obviously in the past, we didn't need that. Our parents, our great parents, they didn't probably learn any techniques of parenting. But modern world is complex. Situation is different. Temptations, pulls and pushes that come in children's life vary. So it's important that we really become serious for our children's upbringing. And obviously this will be really, really enjoyable and valuable in our life. I will mention just a few steps, very simple steps. Number one, both parents have to have plan. This planning is important. It's a joined up parenting. Once there is plan, depending on the age of the child, depending on their maturity, depending on the family situation, then mom and dad become part in raising the child. If for some genuine reason one parent family is a reality, then obviously the other parent has to double their efforts or probably seek help from some other member in the family or in the friend circle. So plan is vital. Number two, planning is useless if parents do not act on that. So they have to act diligently, I will say religiously, so that both mom and dad does complementary responsibilities and they share each other's views. Plan, act, then obviously their time comes when parents have to review, continuous review, because time changes, children grow, demands grow, necessity grows, so they have to review their plans. Once they review their plans, they have to adapt themselves so that they follow the review of what they themselves have been planning. So plan, act, review and adapt. Then other most important things is about having a parenting style that is consistent, that is mutually agreed, and that must be followed until the child becomes an adult. There are a few styles of parenting. One could be very rigid, dictatorial parenting, and obviously we don't want that. The other one is totally opposite, too liberal, too accommodative. There is no control or discipline or boundary of in the children's life. We don't want that. That is obviously another one, neglectful parenting. Parents don't care, they are casual, and they just leave children to grow on their own. It doesn't happen. What we need is an assertive, rational, positive, proactive parenting from both parents. And I'd ask parents to sit together, probably every day at night, as to how the parenting is going, how they can plan better for tomorrow. And so this daily, weekly, and probably monthly and yearly plan is also important. Then the fifth point is about consistent discipline technique. As children grow, they will need discipline from parents. Children are not angels. Obviously, they are angels in the sense before the day of the puberty, their sins will be forgiven by God. But they will become probably rude. They will learn something from outside, probably some swearing words, some fighting, some language. So parents have to adopt a really consistent discipline technique. Discipline is not punishment. One has to remember this. Discipline is streamlining their life in the way we want them to grow. And the last in this discussion, most important topic is about building a permanent relationship with the children when they grow. Children are our dear, we love them, we hug them, but once they grow, they become physically big and they become independent, they have independent thought. That's obvious, because at the end of the day, each and individual human being on earth is the steward of God on earth. So they will have their autonomy, they will have their critical thinkings. What we need to do is, as parents, we have to keep on loving them, caring them, and building this love and trust through one-to-one relationship, through family discussion, through having fun, family fun, reading together in all these activities. So these are the few things as basic parenting that I think I share with you, dear brothers and sisters. I hope we will be able to raise our children in a way that we want. If we are believers, we want them to succeed in this world as well as succeed in the hereafter. So let's all work for that. Try to make our children tranquility of our eyes, solace of our hearts, so that the future becomes better than our past. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.